The Houthi rebel group is claiming responsibility for drone attacks on two major oil facilities in Saudi Arabia. Flames broke out at the world's largest oil processing facility and at a major oil field. Government officials say that both fires are now under control. Roxana Saberi joins us now from London with more on this. So, Roxana, what is the latest?
Irina, Saudi Arabia says it is still investigating who is behind the drone strikes at these two state-owned oil facilities early this morning. One is the Abqaiq refinery, the world's biggest, and the other is the Khares oil field, the country's second biggest. A spokesman for the Houthi rebels in neighboring Yemen claimed responsibility. He said they struck the two sites with 10 drones, and he warned of more attacks. So far, there have been no reports of any injuries. Rina.
So we know that Houthis have struck inside Saudi Arabia before, but how is this different?
That's right. The conflict has stretched into Saudi Arabia in the recent past. For example, in June, a Houthi missile struck an airport there, injuring dozens of people. And rebels have also used drones to target other Saudi oil facilities, which is the heart of the country's economy and the source of 1/10 of the world's crude oil. But Saturday's attacks hit deep within the country, proving the Houthis' ability to carry out increasingly sophisticated strikes. Rina.
How do you think this might affect tensions in the region?
Well, we have seen tensions growing in recent months stemming from the standoff between the U.S. and its Gulf allies like Saudi Arabia on one hand and Iran and groups it supports like the Houthis on the other. For example, Saudi Arabia and U.S. officials have blamed Iran for attacks on oil tankers, a charge Tehran denies. Iran shot down a U.S. surveillance drone, and the U.S. says it shot down an Iranian drone. All this, of course, is against the backdrop of the Trump administration intensifying pressure on Iran over its nuclear program, and these latest attacks are just going to add to that.
So, Roxana, how do you think that this might ultimately affect oil prices?
Well, even a small disruption at the oil facilities that were hit could affect the world's oil supply, given how significant those sites are. But the effect of the attacks on oil prices won't really be clear until we learn how bad the damage was and when the markets open on Monday.
Roxana Saberi, thank you very much, Roxana.